All right, welcome everybody to the virtual Edinboro University New Student Orientation Experience. We wanted to welcome everybody who is joining us here, future students who are going to be starting in the fall, parents, relatives, everybody that's here today, thanks for joining us. This is part one of our live sessions where we get to know the different departments on campus. So we're excited to share this with you today. I know it's different times. We're not able to do in-person orientation, so we've made some adjustments. A lot of our content is now online and it's been sent to everybody's emails. So if you're attending this and you haven't gotten your emails and your Zoom meetings, let us know. We'll make sure you get all the information. Also, during this presentation, if you do have questions, you can enter them in the comment section below, and we will try and get to as many of them as possible. For people that may not have Facebook, if you hear from your friends that they haven't gotten their information yet, or if you know somebody that isn't on Facebook, let them know that this will be recorded and uploaded to YouTube as well. And so we'll make sure that everybody gets the information they need. We have set up these 2 sessions on Facebook Live to cover some of the most attended and some of the most popular sessions from past orientation. So after every year, we take surveys for the students to tell us which ones they attended, which ones had the most information, and these are the ones that we're going to present to you this week. Today we have our panelists from diversity and inclusion, we have global education, we have academic success, we have PSECU, which is the credit union on campus, and then we have the honors program. So I'm going to introduce everybody. We're going to give each panelist a couple minutes to deliver their presentation, and they're going to share their screen if they have any sort of information like to share. So let's start off with our diversity and inclusion. We have Trina Marrero. From global education, we have Katie Spangenberg, and we also have the student worker in global education. Her name is Lexi Jansen. Dr. Philomena Gill is here. She's the Assistant Vice President for Academics and Student Success. We have Katie Kraza, the PSECU Community Business Development Manager. And then we also have Dr. Roger Solberg, the Director of the Honors College. So thank you for joining us all today. We're going to start off. As we get ready, we're going to go over to Katie Spangenberg and Lexi Jansen. They're going to talk a little bit about global education, which involves studying abroad, students that come here and learn from other countries, short-term trips. So I'm going to turn it right over to Katie and Lexi, and they're going to share with you global education. Welcome, Lexi. Welcome, Katie.
Hello, my name is Katie Spangenberg, and I work in the Global Education Office. So like Chris mentioned, what the Global Education Office does is we work with international students as well as study abroad. So real quick about our international students, we have students that come and study at Edinboro from all over the globe. They are not like maybe your typical high school exchange student where maybe they come for a semester or a year. A lot of times they do come for their full 4 years for their undergrad to get their degree. So if you're ever looking for that kind of global experience without ever leaving campus, meeting an international student and collaborating with them in class is a great way to do so. But what we are going to focus on today is mainly our study abroad programs. So at Edinboro, we focus on short-term faculty-led group travel. So this is where you and your peers go abroad for 1 to 4 weeks with faculty members. It's during winter, spring, or summer break, so you're not missing any classes, and you actually have the opportunity to earn credit with the program that you're going on. So with me today, I have my student worker, Lexi Jansen, who actually had the opportunity to study abroad in Spain, France, and Italy in May of 2019. And while she's talking about her experience, I'm going to share my screen that has a video of pictures from the program so you can kind of get that visual while Lexi is talking. So I'm going to go ahead and let Lexi take over.
Hi, my name is Lexi. Like Katie said, I'm a student worker for the Global Education Office. And last May, I was able to enroll in a program to Spain, France, and Italy. Coming to Edinboro University, I knew I wanted to travel. I wanted to study abroad, but I wasn't sure what my options were. So I was able to set up an appointment and I met with the staff, and we kind of decided that since I had never left the country, a short-term program was going to be best for me. So after that decision was made, I enrolled in the Spain, France, and Italy trip, and the months leading up to it, I was filled with excitement and nervousness, and I remember departure day, I was just going to get on this plane with 30 strangers and the professor that I didn't really know, but I did it, and I'm grateful every day that I did. So when you think about these programs, you're going to these huge, famous cities with amazing landmarks, and sure, they're memorable, but sometimes the most memorable parts are the little day trips, just the little things in general. And the one I'd like to talk about is our day trip to Monaco. Our group arrived in Monaco, and unbeknown to our group and our tour guide, we arrived the same day that the Formula One Grand Prix race had begun. So the whole city, it was completely chaotic. It was just amazing to see the sheer power of these cars lapping around the city. And you could look over these cliffs to the resorts on the sea, and you could see these huge yachts and speedboats bringing passengers to and from the mainland, and helicopters flying over, dropping passengers off. It was truly a sight to see. I felt so luxurious. And now I also remember our stop to Cinque Terre. It was honestly like a postcard, and it was just a one-day stop. We stopped in the 5 towns of Cinque Terre. They're in the Italian Riviera. They're just seaside towns on a cliff. They're so amazing. And now I've come home and I've had a year to sit and reflect about what my program meant to be and how it changed me. And there were 3 big things that I wanted to touch on. One of them was definitely I know that afterwards my passion had grown immensely. I had all of these new locations I wanted to see. The next was my appreciation for culture. All these new cultures were just so beautiful and amazing, and I wanted to learn more about them. And lastly, coming back, I have this new confidence, and my confidence has grown because I know that I did this amazing thing. Now that all this has happened to me and I've grown, I'm actually enrolled in our Japan program for 2021. I'm so excited to see the bamboo groves, the forest, everything like that, shopping in Tokyo. So I hope that you take away from my story that, you can do it. If I did it, you can good luck on your future travels.
Thanks, Lexi. Okay, so if you're interested in learning more about study abroad, you can actually visit the My Edinboro portal. So if you go to your My Edinboro, there actually is a study abroad icon that you can go ahead and click on, and then that'll take you to the study abroad screen. If you scroll down, there is a link to our short-term programs. If you go ahead and click on that, and scroll down, you'll see all of our programs right now upcoming for 2021, as well as we start adding programs for 2022. We will include those as well. All of our programs have links for websites so that you can go and see the itinerary, dates of the program, the faculty member leading it, if there's a course offered, prices, everything that you need to know about the program is listed on that website. And there's actually a contact form. So if there's a program that you're interested in, you can go ahead and fill out that form, and it'll go to our office as well as the faculty member leading the program. We also do longer term experiences. So if you're interested in maybe an internship or a semester or a year abroad, we work with students individually to plan that experience. So you would just go ahead and visit Starfish and schedule an appointment with our office. So that's what we have about study abroad, and I hope you can join us on one of our programs.
All right, Katie and Lexi, thank you so much for sharing that. We do have a copy of that video that Lexi shared. We will make it available on YouTube. A lot of great imagery. They do travel to a lot of cool places. and you do learn in the process. So it's a great trip, and definitely recommend checking it out. From there, we're going to go over to Dr. Philomena Gill with the Academic Success Center. Dr. Gill, what can we expect? What sort of resources and what sort of personnel do we have available for students that might need a little bit of support?
Sure, thank you, Chris. I do have a PowerPoint to share with all of you, so let me bring that up. And this is just going to give you a little bit of an idea of some of the things that we do, the resources that we have for you. So the first thing is, how can the Academic Success Center help you? So let me swap the screens here. So there are several ways that we can help you in the Academic Success Center. We are a resource to you throughout your entire career at Edinboro. We can help you with things like if you decide you want to change your major, if you need help with class scheduling, if you have any academic or personal concerns, if you need help with study skills or reading strategies or time management, and we also help you with your transition to college. So one of the first things when you enter in the fall semester, you will be assigned an academic success coordinator. And everyone has one, and it's based on your major. And so the 4 academic success coordinators we have are listed here. So if you are a student who is majoring in one of the education majors, your academic success coordinator's name is Brenda Abreu-Baker. If you are a student in the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, then Erin Hunsinger is your coordinator. George Morgan is the coordinator for students within the School of Business, as well as our undeclared students, also known as our exploratory students. And then finally, Ashley Wassel is our coordinator for students in the College of Science and Health Professions. If you're still unsure of who your coordinator is based on your major, you don't know where your major fits into those colleges or schools, all you need to do is log into Starfish. So what you would do is you would go to the My Edinboro portal and sign in, and then you would click on the Starfish icon. And as soon as you do that, that will take you to a page that shows you who your success network is. Now, every student has at minimum 3 people at the university assigned to them to make sure that they are a successful student in order to help them be a successful student at Edinboro. The first person is your faculty advisor. The second person is your career coach. And then the third person is your academic success coordinator. And you'll be able to see all of those people in your success network in Starfish. So you'll see, for this example, that Ashley is the coordinator. And you can click on Ashley and you can see what her schedule is. You can put yourself on her calendar and make an appointment with her. You can email her, call her, view her profile. So that is how you find out who your academic success coordinator is. Now, one of the first things that your coordinator does for you as a new incoming student to Edinboro is they create your first semester's class schedule. So you may be wondering, how do I access my class schedule? Well, you would go back into the My Edinboro portal and sign in just like you did for Starfish. But instead of clicking on the Starfish icon, you would click on the Scots icon. And once you're in Scots, you'll see a button that says registration. You'll simply click on that and then click on the option that says student schedule by day and time. That will bring up your fall schedule. And you'll see that in this example, this student has 1 class on their schedule as well as a common hour. So the class that they have on their schedule is Biology 150, and it meets on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Now, you'll want to make particular note of the time. So this particular class is a class with a lab. So it doesn't meet at the exact same time every single day that it's scheduled. You'll see on Wednesday, it meets for a longer period of time. Now, that's the exception to the rule. Most classes are 3-credit classes, and the time frame is the same. But it's just important to make sure that you look at the time frame to make sure that you are attending the class when you should, on the days that you should. The second thing on the student schedule is what we call common hour. Most freshmen, when they enter, will have a common hour on their schedule, and it's based on major. So this particular student is a biology major, And so on Tuesdays from 12:30 to 1:45 is their common hour. That's when they meet with other freshman students in the biology department, as well as some faculty within the biology department, and they meet every Tuesday from 12:30 to 1:45. And then the last thing I'll point out about your schedule is that on the bottom left, sometimes you will see some courses listed. And these particular courses that are listed here, you'll see are 000 section courses. And that means that they are courses that require a placement exam. So you'll see that this particular student has a math, English, and chemistry course that they need, but they have to take a placement exam before they can be put into the courses that they need. So if you see this on your schedule, please check your student email, your Edinboro University student email, and you will find communication in there on how to access those placement exams and how to take those. If you do not see that in your Edinboro email, please reach out to your academic success coordinator and they can help you. Now, if you want to learn more about any of your classes, for example, if we want to learn more about Biology 150, we would simply click on that class because it's a hyperlink, and it will tell you more information about the class. For example, who the instructor is, when the final exam is, and just additional information. So that's how you find your class schedule. It's important to note that your schedule may change between now and the time the semester begins. So please check your schedule often and make sure you check it a day or two before classes begin, just to make sure that you have the most up-to-date schedule. If for any reason you do need to make changes to your schedule, please reach out to your academic success coordinator. The classes that they put on your schedule are for a reason. Typically we follow a course sequence, and there are a lot of things that go into developing a course schedule. But if for some reason you need to make some changes, please reach out to your coordinator. And then the final thing I will talk about very quickly is, what if I need help with tutoring? So if you do need help with tutoring, there are two ways that we can help you. So you would just sign into the My Edinboro portal and click on the tutoring icon. Once you do that, it will show you two different options we have for tutoring. The first is our face-to-face peer tutoring that we use student tutors for, and you will see a list of subjects that we have available. You can click on that and see the schedule. And the other way is through Smart Thinking, which is our online tutoring, which is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you click on that, you'll be taken to the Smart Thinking webpage, and you can click on Work with a Tutor. You would just simply choose the discipline that you're interested in getting tutoring in. So for example, if we chose science, and then it scrolls down into the more specific subject areas. So organic chemistry is an example. You can choose 3 forms of tutoring along the top. There's the drop-in session, schedule a future session, and ask a question. So if you need help with something right now, you just simply click on drop-in session. And the average wait time for a tutor is about 2 minutes. And then once they are available to you, they're only helping you. They're not helping other students at the same time. You can also schedule a future session. So if you know that tonight at 11 p.m. you'll be working on something and you need help, you can schedule a session, or you can simply submit a question. If you don't need a full-blown tutoring session, you can just submit a question and they'll get back to you. The tutors with Smart Thinking are professional tutors. They already have their college degree. And in fact, 90% of them have at least a master's degree or higher. So once you click on organic chemistry, you're taken onto the whiteboard where you can chat with a tutor. You would just hit that start button. The chat is just typing back and forth, and you can also upload a picture of the problem that you're working on. And when you're all done with your session, it will be parked right there in that Review My Sessions and Submissions folder, and you can always access it. And you can also, there is a writing center within Smart Thinking as well. You can submit your writing, whether you have papers or essays due for a particular course, you can submit it. And within 24 to 48 hours, they'll get back to you with some feedback on how you can make improvements. So that's just a couple of things I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you who your academic success coordinator was, to let you know of our tutoring options and also to show you how to find your class schedule. So that is what I have for you.
All right. Thank you so much for that description, Dr. Gill. There was a lot of information that we're going to be sharing today in this session. We will make it available. This video, like I said, will be on YouTube. And if you have any questions throughout this process, we are available to take your questions. Also, you'll notice when Dr. Gill shared her screen, it had some of the dates for the courses. Please note that we have updated all of our dates for the fall. In the comments shortly, we will post the getting back to school informational page, because we've had to make all these adjustments. So next we're going to go to PSECU, where you can find student and employee banking. We have financial education, we have ATMs, checking accounts. We're going to go over to Kate Kraza from PSECU. She's going to share a little bit about what they do, and she has a presentation also to share with everybody watching. So welcome, Kate. Thanks for representing PSECU.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm going to get this presentation loaded up quick. All right.
PSECU Financial Education Center at Edinboro University. PSECU is the Pennsylvania State Employees Credit Union. But don't let the name fool you. Because you are a student at Edinboro, you are eligible to apply for membership. Students and their families can open accounts. You may be wondering what a credit union is. Well, we are like a bank, except we are member-owned. We are passionate about financial literacy, and we want students to learn how to manage their money effectively. We offer many financial literacy presentations and workshops on campus, and we have a wide array of online learning tools. This may be the first time an Edinboro student is responsible for their finances, and we are here to help. We have a convenient office located on the first floor of the Polk Student Center, to the right of the information desk. PSECU is an online financial institution and offers digital banking services, so your account goes with you anywhere you can access the internet. We are proud that Edinboro shares our belief that financial health is critical to student success, and we know that it is important to you. Now let's talk about reasons why you should join. PSECU deposits the initial $5 into every savings account to get the account established. Our checking accounts do not have a minimum balance requirement and offer free basic style checks for the life of the account. Edinboro's campus has 4 PSECU ATMs available on campus. 2 depository ATMs located inside and outside of the Polk Student Center, and 2 withdrawal-only ATMs located in Ross Hall and Macomb Fieldhouse. Purchases using your debit card can earn you rewards with $10 purchases. PSECU has ATM reimbursements if a member is not able to use an ATM within our network, and the ATM charges a fee, up to $8 of reimbursement a month. We have a fully staffed financial education office located in the Polk Student Center, where students can stop by for all their financial needs. Although we do not carry cash in our office, we are able to assist our members with many other financial matters. The Financial Education Center is open Monday through Friday during normal school schedule. I hope you will consider opening a free checking and savings account with PSECU. Visit psecu.com/students. Click click Get Started and then choose Edinboro University from the school drop-down box. Copies of your current, non-expired, state-issued ID or driver's license will need to be uploaded into the online application. You will need to enter your social security number, but if the student is under 18, a copy of the signed social security card will also need to be uploaded into the online application. If you are a non-PA resident, you will also need to upload your proof of eligibility. You can use your bill from Edinboro University or financial aid award. We are proud supporters of Edinboro, and we are here for you throughout your college career and beyond. Thank you for considering opening an account with PSECU. Please remember that once you join PSECU, you are a member for life. Any questions, you can contact me by emailing me at kkraza@psecu.com or by calling 814-734-8792. You can also search PSECU on Edinboro's website. Thank you, and I cannot wait to see you on campus.
All right, thank you so much for that. PSECU, Polk Student Center has all the goodies for you there. We also have, like it said, ATMs on campus, so there's a lot of benefits. Take a look at it on our website. You can just head over to edinboro.edu and search PSECU. We're going to head over to Trina Marrero from the Diversity and Inclusion Office. From recruitment to students when they're on campus, this is the place where we support diversity, student success, leadership opportunities, and you get to meet with fun people like Trina. So she's going to talk a little bit about what her office does and some of the stuff we have planned for this year. So Trina, take it over.
Hi, Chris. Thank you so much for inviting me. Welcome to Edinboro University, and my name is Trina Marrero. I am the Director of Diversity and Inclusion on campus, and a lot of people think that learning about diversity and implementing inclusion is very boring. But the purpose of me being in the office is so that we can engage students in a manner that is fun, educational, and is going to last them throughout their lifetime. So when we think of diversity on campus, we think of students that are not just African American or Latinx. We think of students who have different religious backgrounds. We think of students that are from different geographic areas. We even think of international students, and most people don't recognize that. We talk about students that are LGBTQ and students with disabilities. We encompass a ton of things in our office. To name a few of the things that we do on campus, we do celebrations that surround the celebration of a person's culture, the celebration of a person's identity. We do monthly celebrations that help students to connect with understanding who is on campus and who they may interact with once they leave the campus, when they graduate. My job is to not only support students prior to them coming to the campus, when they're visiting and when their families are talking about some of the things that may be happening in the world and how that will impact them once they get to campus. But my job is to support them while they're on the campus, learning about other people, learning about themselves, and also engaging with different people. We celebrate Hispanic heritage. We celebrate Native American heritage. We even do some programming that's centered around the holidays, holidays around the world. We know everyone doesn't celebrate Christmas. And so we want to give students an opportunity to see how others live. But we also give students the opportunity to talk about themselves. We have an office space located on the second floor of Polk, of the Polk Student Center, that is designed to engage students in meaningful, truthful dialogue. They're able to talk about themselves. They're able to talk about their relationships. They're able to talk about their friendships. They're able to talk about just life things. That's my phone ringing. So one of the things that happened prior to us leaving from this COVID-19 pandemic was we had a conversation in our office. And most people would think, oh, all of the conversation that happens in that office happens around diversity. Actually, life conversations happen in our office. The last conversation that students and I had in our center was, how young should you be before you get married? For some people to think about that type of conversation, it doesn't seem like it's centered around anything that's different, but it actually is. It's a cultural type of thing. Some cultures believe that you should get married early, while other cultures believe you can take your time. Our office creates the space that gives students the opportunity to give freely the conversations to others, and to give them an opportunity to talk about things that are just going to happen in normal everyday life. And that's what students are going to experience when they come to the campus, when they leave the campus, and we offer that opportunity. We work with over 9 student clubs and organizations that are diverse in nature, but we support over 100 student organizations. We do programming, as I said, monthly that celebrates different cultures, but we also support those programs that are happening naturally on campus with other student organizations as well. We work very closely with different academic areas. We work very closely with global education. We work closely with academic support, but we're very close in nature with our student affairs department, because we want to make sure that we're thinking about the whole student as we're supporting them. We want to think about the whole student as we're trying to push them towards being an autonomous individual. And that's what my job basically encompasses. For fall, we're looking forward to offering students great opportunities where they can give dialogue about the things that are happening in the world and how those things are making them feel. We want to make sure that we lend them the opportunity to open their mouths and give their voice to what's happening on campus. I think oftentimes we are so caught up in our own lives that we don't think about others. And so when we're doing these programs in the fall, our main purpose is to increase that information that's coming out from students, so that students are being heard, so that students' concerns and how they're feeling is being expressed, and that someone is actually able to listen. We're located on the 2nd floor of the Polk Student Center, which is the livelihood of campus. And I think that where we're located offers them an opportunity not only to share with those that they know that are in their close circle, but it offers students an opportunity to lend and give a conversation to those that they may not know so well. And our office definitely does support that. I encourage students that I see randomly when I'm walking around to come and visit the center if they've never come, because it truly is a visual and a physical experience for all.
Very good. And a lot of these programs that you have, whether they're music concerts or heritage events, they are not only enjoyed by students, but a lot of these are planned by students as well. So talk a little bit about how you give students that leadership role in the Office for Diversity and Inclusion.
One of the greatest things that I find is that the student knows what they want to see from the campus. They want to see different types of programming, but sometimes they want to be in charge. And so what I give them is the opportunity to understand what it is to plan the event and what structure we need to take in order to think about the finances that are associated with. One of the biggest events that we did thus far that was student initiated was our Lunar New Year that was celebrated with Global Ed. It started as a student interest that students wanted to celebrate the Chinese New Year. And what ended up happening as a student idea ended up being something that we now do on an annual basis. The students thought about the entire aspect of the program. They wanted to see real aspects of Asian culture, Chinese culture, celebrated on campus. And so with the help of Global Ed, we did that. I think it's important that when we're asking the students what they want, that we do our best to support them and implement it with them. Another endeavor that we did prior to us shutting down because of the COVID-19 pandemic is our celebration of Mardi Gras. Something that, you know, a lot of people have never had the opportunity to go to. So we did that on campus. We had a true and authentic live band that played Zydeco music, which we all enjoyed. And we even had faculty, staff come to this event that students wanted to see celebrated on campus. It was executed almost perfectly because it involved the students' ideas and the students' planning to make it happen. And I think that it's a beautiful thing to see a student want something created in their mind, and then we help them to execute it. That's what we're here for, and that's what we're all about.
All right, thank you so much, Trina. Some of the student clubs that she mentioned, we offer, we have the Asia Club, we have the Black Student Union Association. We also have Identity, which is the LGBTQIA+. We have the Latino Student Organization, and we have plenty of organizations for students to get involved, and it's very easy to do so. And that's all Polk Student Center. We have a lot of things going on, and also in the library and our Learning Commons.
Yeah.
So one of the common trends with all of our organizations on campus is providing experiences along with the education. So we just heard about diversity and inclusion efforts. We heard about global education. We're going to shift to our last presenter for the day. We're going to go to Dr. Roger Solberg, the director of the Honors College. For years, we've had an honors program, but this year we're rolling out the official Honors College, which is packed full of opportunities and just all sorts of events and experiences for students. So Dr. Solberg, tell us a little bit about the Honors College and what students can expect this fall.
Okay. Let me make the distinction between the honors program and the honors college. One of the changes we made in making that transition is that we are creating a curriculum that is unique for students in honors. So these are courses that are only available to students in the honors college. And they will be taught, in many cases, team taught by carefully selected, highly esteemed faculty from various departments. And we're going to be rolling out these, the first of these courses starting this fall. This course is called Honors 201, and the title of the course is Identity in the American Experience. Honors students who take this course get credit for General Education Core 3, which is the American Civilizations core area. And it will look at the question of what does it mean to be an American? How do we define ourselves? How do we define ourselves as a country? How do we define ourselves as specialized groups? How do we define ourselves as individuals that says, I am an American? And every year we're going to approach that following a different theme. Now there are going to be 3 sections of Honors 201 in the fall. I'm going to be teaching one of them, and Dr. Fisher and Dr. Matthews will be teaching the others. And we've each chosen a particular angle that we're going to be using to explore this theme of what does it mean to be an American. And my theme is explorations and journeys. And so the entire course will be looking at many forms of literature. Since I'm in the English and Philosophy department, we're going to be looking at novels, we're going to be looking at nonfiction, poems, songs, movies that are about traveling in America, maybe traveling across the entire length of America, maybe traveling within a certain section of America, and learning from what these authors and poets, songwriters, filmmakers have to say about what they've discovered about what it means to be an American. One of the books I'm using is a book called Blue Highways, which written by William Least Heat Moon, wonderful name. And he travels all the back roads of the United States in his van, sleeps in his van, and encounters ordinary Americans on his way. And he did this travel around for months and months. And I have some other things we're going to be doing that are absolutely unique that cannot be duplicated in any other course. And then we have also Honors 202 in the spring and Honors 203 the following year. So the honor seminars are for students coming into their sophomore year. Now, people who are starting in their freshman year will be introduced to honors, most of them, by taking the honors freshman English sequence, English 103 and English 104. So that's one of the academic aspects of honors, is the unique curriculum. And this is one of the things that really, really defines us now as the honors college, as opposed to the honors program. But there are other opportunities for high achieving students to challenge themselves in terms of their academics. Another way is that we have designated sections of selected courses that are designated as honors sections. These courses are smaller than the regular sections of these courses. The professors who teach them, again, are selected by the Honors College because they are among the most highly regarded faculty on campus. They take an approach to the material that's different from what they would do within their regular sections. And this gives people an opportunity to look at some of these courses in a more in-depth and challenging way. Honors students can also create honors contracts. What that means is that if you're enrolled in a course that's not an honors course, you can transform it into an honors course by creating a contract, which is an additional project that you're doing over and above what's required by the regular course syllabus. And these can take any number of forms. Some people do a particular extended research paper or creative writing project. Some people do some sort of art project, or maybe develop a certain curriculum if they're an education major, and they work very closely with their professor and work on this project all semester long. And then when they finish it, on their transcript, they will have the H honors designation on that transcript next to that course number. Students also do independent studies. There's many, many opportunities for people to challenge themselves in the area of academics. And some people go on to take the results of their honors contracts or independent studies and turn them into presentations at local, regional, or national conferences. So with the transition to the Honors College, we are really, really expanding the opportunities in terms of the academic experience here at Edinboro University. We're extremely excited about this, and we're eager to get started with that in the fall. But that's, to me, the academics are the main purpose for honors, but it's not just about academics. Honors is also about a social experience, and it's about a service experience. Socially, we have many different kinds of events that our honors students can attend. Some of them take place in the Honors Living Learning community in the Highlands 1 Residence Hall. Some of them are scheduled throughout the semester. We have events called enrichment meetings, where faculty or students or alumni or staff can do a presentation on a topic in which they're particularly interested. These are kind of informal educational sessions. Sometimes you sit around in a lounge talking about them, but even if you're in a regular classroom, it's a very informal and fun experience. And we have a wide range of topics that people speak about. We had one of our students do a presentation about his sailing on the U.S. brig Niagara in Lake Erie. We had a faculty member do a presentation about female pirates. And one of the things we always do in the fall is around Halloween, I do my talk, which has come to be known as Dr. Solberg's Halloween Horror Night, where I show clips from horror movies, and we have a raffle of Halloween goodies and the plastic vampire bats and all kinds of things like that, and have a fun time around Halloween. So we try to do things that encourage a sense of community within the program, and that make being in honors a lot of fun. We take trips locally. Last fall we went to art museums in Pittsburgh. We were scheduled to go to Toronto for our big honor spring trip. Alas, that was canceled because of the pandemic. So a lot of the travel will depend on what's happening with the extent to which we can leave campus in the fall. But even under the restrictions of the pandemic, we'll be doing a lot of fun and interesting stuff in honors this fall. We also have opportunities for service. We require everybody in honors to do 10 hours of community or campus service every semester, and there are many, many ways you can accomplish that. A lot of students are involved in our Pen Pal program, in which honor students correspond with students at high school students down at Sagertown High School, and they write back and forth to each other and get to establish that sort of relationship. And our honor students become kind of a role model for these high school students, showing them what they can achieve with hard work and curiosity, and encouraging high school students to achieve everything they can achieve. The honors college requires that you maintain a 3.25 grade point average to maintain membership in honors. And we see ourselves as another part of that support network that Dr. Gill was talking about, that helps you navigate your way through the university, especially if you're a new student. I have students come in and talk to me about any problems they might be having with academics or in other areas of requirements for the program. And the honors office is a place where we want everybody to feel welcome. People can just come and hang out there if they want to, and we are happy to help them with any questions they might have. So it is a great way for high achieving students to get everything they can possibly get out of their undergraduate experience. So that's honors in a nutshell.
All right, Dr. Solberg, thank you so much for your explanation of the Honors College. We're looking forward to having our students back on campus. They do some great work in the community. Their stories are great to hear, and they have some wonderful mentors. So I'm sure everybody is excited to get back and going. So that is our last presenter for today's session of the new student orientation welcome panel. Just a reminder, we will make all this information available on our website and on YouTube, and it's going to live forever on Facebook until it gets taken down. So if you need anything else or need to rewatch the video, it's all yours for viewing. I wanted to take one moment to thank all of our panelists for joining us today. We have Dr. Philomena Gill, Katie Spangenberg, Lexi Janssens, Dr. Roger Solberg, Trina Marrero, and Katie Kraza from PSECU. So thank you so much for joining us today. We will be back with another Facebook Live session on July 9th, where we will hear from representatives from Health and Wellness, Residence Life and Housing, ROTC, and Student Life. So that'll cover the programming board, Greek life, and all that good stuff. So thank you so much for joining us today. If you do have questions after today, or if there's questions you've been thinking about, feel free to leave them in the comments, and we will try and get them to the right people, and we will try to address them as soon as we can. So thank you so much. On behalf of our panelists today, thanks, and everybody have a great rest of your day.